Assalamualaikum. It's me. You know who I am. Was having. In the needed of your permission, heaven or hell. So, what is the things I'm trying to talk about? First of all, we have talked about this when we say about our left hand and our right hand. But that kind of conversation that we have earlier is regarding about the people who can't make any decision. And this topic, this video is going to be regarding about the people who know how to make a decision. But this is going to be more focusing on how do people give their advice. If we try to listen to the things that they have to say, it always about the good and the bad. You know, for example, you have to struggle because when you struggle in the future, you are going to have a good life. But if you don't struggle, you are going to have a terrible, terrible life and you're going to regret things. And that kind of advice, is it good advice then? Because for me, the things that I can understand when they say when they say such a thing, it now they are going to be the one who decide what is good and bad by giving example when the right hand was supposed to be heaven and the left hand was supposed to be hell. So if you listen to them, they are going to be giving you clarity, peace, and prosperity. And if you don't listen to them, you can go to the void, you can be depressed, and you can only make yourself as a fool. And that is a funny thing because for me, I wish to consider the people who are being that kind of behavior are not matured enough in order to give advice. The advice, it was an advice. It wasn't supposed to be something that is negative, you know. You know what advice was? Advice when you tell someone that they can be better. What kind of advice when you tell them that they can be downwards, you know, that can, why put negativity on that kind of advice? First of all, when you give two choice, this is a positive advice, this is negative advice. If you have a dream, you will become a millionaire. If you don't have a dream, you have a lousy job. Why is it always about that negativity? Always something that is destruction. If you don't listen to me, you're very bad man, and you are going to be in a bad place, and you can only make a bad decision. Why always advice are being like that? You know, imagine that you try to give an advice, but your advice has been cut. You know, they're calling you and asking you for advice, and you say to them, okay, if you don't listen to me, you are going to regret, and you are going to be in the sad life. And when you want to state the positive, the line was cut, pop, and then they are going to left with negativity. A very mature people, a person who know how to make advice, it always going to tell what is good. So how do they make a comparison? Is this is good? You can do this, but if you wish to be better, you can also do this. But it doesn't matter because both option is acceptable for you to give a choice that people can pick. If you for you to give a choice that both of the choice are going to a better future, you can't give it an option where it's going to lead you to hell, and other option leads you to heaven. That's mean they have no option. That they will not going to have a critical thinking. They are not going to give good thoughts on what things are the best for them, because some people are choose to be a simple life. Some people choose to be in a hustle. So let them decide. So whenever you think that you are mature, then give an advice that both of the things that you said is better. And if you really want to for them to listen for the things that you have to say, make the other option better than the others. And that was supposed to be the game that we all should play. But every time when we heard this motivational influencer giving advice, even of for the simple things, simple stuff, such as try to get advice on how to have a purity minds. You know, the advice was simple. We need to stop thinking too much because we need to have a peaceful mentality so we can live happily. Because when we think too much, we are going to drown with depression. We are going to drown, and we are going to be in chaotic, and people will hate us, and nobody going to be friends with us. And you know what I'm trying to say, right? They're always going to tell something like that. Why not? For once, they're going to say something like, "Hey, don't think too much because you need to take good care of yourself and your mental state." But if you wish to think about quite a lot of things, then this is going to be the rules that you need in order to keep your sanity. So you can make a choice whether you want to think too much or you choose not to do it. Of course, that was for example for you to understand the things I'm trying to say. So that was it. That was the thing that I'm trying to say. Just go and listen. Listen to them. Listen to the things I have to say. If you don't listen to me, the things will get worse. And then it's always at and that particular thing is like it was trending right now, and every people speak the same thing over and over again. Is it just me, or is it only me who are able to give both two good opinions? Perhaps there are people are like me, but it just sad for me because it's hard for me to find them. You know, some people can get a good message on a YouTube video, but when we see at the comment and we see the people try to contribute or adding to the advice, and then they do the same thing again. If you don't listen to me, and then you're going to have a terrible life. Why did you need to say such a thing? I don't know. Look, if you wish for someone to have a terrible life, the least you can do is to imagine of it. So you need to imagine someone have a good life. You need to imagine someone have a terrible life, and then you talk like you always fill yourself with positivity. I think you lie because in order for you to come out with a negativity, it has to be something that you have felt before. It must be something that you think that is possible. So I hope I explained it well. I hope you really understand what I'm trying to say. That one day I hope that people realize that we can always be better. Hopefully people will one day people will got nothing to say except kindness. Let let us hope for the best. Well, until we meet again in another video. Bye.